Yeah, kiddies. The Retro Dad and the Madness went out today and shopped around again. Yesterday I did the $50 challenge, so I guess you can say this is the follow-up to the $50 challenge part 2, but this time I was a little bit more selective, although I did find some really good deals. After 2 days of shopping, which day was the better deal? Well, we'll find out right after this. First stop was the Salvation Army that I didn't go to yesterday. It's a good thing too, they didn't have anything. So we end up going to the Goodwill that's near it, one I also didn't go to yesterday, and they did have actually quite a bit of selection of games. Now they're not $4 or $5 like the other Goodwills for some reason, they're $3. Really I picked up only one game, I picked up Turok Evolution. The only reason I picked this up is actually in great condition. It looks like it was just opened the other day. So I went to a CD Game Exchange, another store I didn't go to yesterday. There's a couple in the Portland area if you're not familiar with this area, and I picked up a couple things. A couple months ago, I saw they had Orc Tactics for the PSP, and I was hoping they would have it again. And they did, so I got Orc Tactics for the PSP for about $15. I'm not sure if that's a good price. Usually CD Game Exchange has good prices, so I'm hoping it is. Untold Legends for $2.50. $1. You can't pass that up for $1. One of the original Xbox games I owned a long time ago, but I traded in how many years ago? Probably upwards of 10 years. So I'm glad to own this again. I've been looking forward to replaying it, and I got it for $2.50. For $1. For $1. All these were $1. Unopened for $1. It's a funny thing, they had us at Goodwill for $3, got it for $1. Hey, it's a repeat. It's okay. I'm actually going to take the case because I need it because I have some black cases instead of green cases. So I got a couple for $1 that I'm going to swap out, just I need the cases. So I ended up going to another CD Game Exchange and picked up a couple more real cheap games. I wanted to get this at Stuff yesterday for the $50 challenge, Stuff for on the GameCube. I got it for the original Xbox for $2.50. For $1. 50 cents. Well, one thing that's different today versus the $50 challenge, I actually got some classic games, including a system that I usually don't buy for. I haven't bought a game for, I think, in 3 years. I got complete in the box Donkey Kong 64 for a good deal. One thing I'm really excited about, and that's the great thing about this system, they're usually really cheap. I got a handful of Game Boy games. Most of them only cost $1 to $2. That's the great thing about the Game Boy, they're relatively cheap. My prediction, in 5 years, that's not going to be the case. Once the NES and SNES kind of the market dries up, because we're heading towards there now, that these uncommon games are getting harder to find and people are just holding on to their collections, are not going to let them go. This is going to be the system that people are going to go after. People already do. I'm going to buy some more in a couple weeks. I'm doing a video about alternative titles for expensive games. These are usually really cheap. Now there are some expensive ones, but usually you'll get them for $1 or $2. I'm going to show you some of the highlights. So I got Tiny Toons, the most expensive game, but Street Fighter 2 for the Game Boy. I used to see this all the time, and I haven't been able to in a couple years, so I picked it up, and it was the most expensive buy out of all the games, really. It cost $10. Oh, besides the Donkey Kong 64. With the manual for $1. Another Tiny Toons game. $1. $1. $2.50. $1. $1. Skate or Die. $2. And $2.50 NBA Jam, one of my favorite games on the Genesis.
Hello, boom, shakalaka.
I don't have it for the SNES yet. That's another sports game I want to get. Love NBA Jam, one of my favorite games.
He's on fire.
So the question is, you think I got a better deal today or yesterday? Well, Have fun. Go game. See you later.